So I wonder how you reacted to the recent news that lockdown is going to continue for another 3 weeks. Perhaps, like me, you weren't all that surprised. You could see it coming. Perhaps your heart sank a little bit. I guess it's made us all wonder quite how long this is going to continue. And the truth is, none of us know. And it made me think of a card that a very good friend of mine, Kate, sent me quite some time ago. I think probably 7 or 8 years ago, when I was facing some quite challenging and difficult circumstances. It's a Hannah Done It card. Let me see if I can show you. Can you see that? It's a boat on a stormy sea. And at the bottom it says, trust in God. And the waves and the sky and the boat all have verses written into them, such as, do not let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God. Trust also in me. And there's another one that says, I will not leave you or forsake you. And of course, this storm metaphor is a good one, and it's appropriate for the circumstances that we find ourselves in. Because however we are reacting to this current situation, which is largely dependent on our personal circumstances, it is good to remember that as a country and across the whole globe, we are facing a crisis at this time. We are in a storm. And I found myself thinking about the stories in the Bible where Jesus deals with storms, and it's good to hang on to some of those stories. In Mark 5, we see Jesus calming a storm with just words. He says, quiet, be still. You know, and we pray for the day, don't we, that this storm is silenced. And then later in Mark 6, we read about another time where the disciples were out on a boat on a lake, and they were struggling because the winds were so high. They were struggling to keep rowing. And actually on this occasion, rather than silencing the storm, Jesus walks out across the water to be with them, and he gets into their boat. You know, and it's really good to remember at this time that however this present storm is affecting us, that God is with us. But you know, when I thought of this card, the thing that I actually remembered was not the picture, although it's so beautiful. I've actually bought a copy of it and put it up on my wall, and I've never let go of this one. But it was something that my friend Kate wrote inside of the card that is appropriate for now too. And this is what she wrote. None of us knows what the future holds, but remember that God is the God of the marathon as much as he is the God of the sprint. I hope that you'll know his grace for each day. And her very wise words are true for now, just as they were for me back then, because we don't know how long we're going to be in this situation for. None of us know. We may have a lot further to journey, but we do know that God is going to be with us in all of it, and he's going to take us through it, however long he takes, because he's the God of the marathon, not just the God of the sprint. And I know that he will, along the way, teach us to see him in the really ordinary and everyday things of our lives. You know, for a very long time, my prayer was something that I have written up next to the side of my bed. Strength for today and bright hope for tomorrow. And those of you who know your hymns well will know that that prayer actually comes from one of the greats. It comes from this one. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. All I have needed, thy hand hath provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me. As my friend Kate said, I hope you will know his grace each day. And my prayer for you is strength for today and bright hope for tomorrow. May you be blessed today.